Finally, RC and Muse have come back to the Going Off podcast for the millions of off-goers around the world. RC, how has your week been?
All right.
It doesn't matter how your week's been!
God damn it. I can't believe you got me with that.
Now, for everyone out there who hasn't listened to this show, I want y'all to take your headphones off real quick, shine them up real nice, turn them some bitches sideways, and stick them straight up your candy asses, because this week, we gotta talk about your boy, Dwayne!
Yeah, and Tech 9!
Now, first of all, I'm not the first person to point this out. People are saying that this is, it's his first rap song appearance.
To the uneducated person, but I do believe we have some alternative
facts.
I caught myself in the middle being like, you know, you have that moment where you're like, oh god, wait, we're on Trump's presidency. We don't even need to, joke about that anymore. He's just gone.
There was a song, I'm gonna go ahead and say little known, because I don't know how much radio play Wyclef was ever really getting. But Wyclef Jean had a song called It Doesn't Matter, that throughout the entire thing sampled The Rock saying, "It doesn't matter! It doesn't matter to me how much you got, how much money," and he's just lighting him up of just
he's going in on Wyclef?
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about any of your shit.
I kind of need that, actually. I don't need their mediocre-ass guitar playing.
Oh my god, that would have been so fucking great. Yo, Rock, I sold 17 million records. And The Rock just goes, "It doesn't matter how many records you sold."
It really doesn't.
And then he says, "You want to go get diamond rings? It doesn't matter if The Rock wants to go get diamond rings or not. Man, listen. I just got 2 new Grammys, man. It doesn't matter about your Grammys." So even The Rock knows that the Grammys don't mean shit.
Yeah, exactly.
And he said so.
And, I'm honestly trying to figure out, is Wyclef aware that this is a bit, or is he actually, hurt? He's like, oh, come on, I got 2 Grammys, that shouldn't matter. It doesn't matter! What did he do? Someone showed it to me on Twitter, The Rock did a couple of raps on some, WWF compilation album in the 2000s or something.
Well, he did also have a song with Slick Rick, so that might have been, man.
Oh my god. Fucking Slick Rick and The Rock? What the fuck?
You gotta look that up. Slick Rick and The Rock.
Here's a little something that needs to be told. It doesn't matter.
Far from his first appearance on a rap song, but I guess it's his first full guest verse.
Right.
And there were 2 things that I was very surprised by, and I'm not sure which one is more surprising. The fact that Tech 9 was actually able to get Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson on a song in 2021, or the fact that they actually sound very much alike.
Yeah, of course, it's probably because he's, just okay, this is how I'm rapping, to rap it's a Dr. Dre deal, right? Show me how to do the rapping now. How do I put down this verse? And, it honestly wasn't that bad of a verse, other than the part where he rhymes hours with hours, the H with the O, hours.
Yeah.
Come on, that's not that clever.
It's about drive, it's about power. We stay hungry, we devour.
Right,
put in the work, put in the hours, and take what's ours. Oh.
It's rhyming, I read it on Reddit, with Logic's ass, yes, we got that. And but literally, other than that, the verse came together, it was some dope rhymes. He, shouted out his culture, saying he Black Samoan, that's what it is. I was like, hell yeah. Put your fucking fists in the air.
How do you feel about, at the end, where Dwayne takes his headphones off and says, "One take, that's a rap"?
Oh my god.
I know Fantano pointed it out, but it is very much not one take. It sounds very heavily edited, but It's
Maybe
fine.
it was one take when he went into did the music video. You saw him, right? Like,
Oh, sure.
maybe he recorded it there and they added all the stuff later.
It's just very weird to me. Like, I could only imagine that they're friends. Because...
Oh, of course, it has to be. And it's such a, like, silly setup with how they did it, where it was just like, we're friends, but we're like, I know that I'm in, Minneapolis and you're in, like, California right now, so, like, we can't do a thing, so let's just do this thing. Like, yeah.
Yeah, like, it's not like it's a song that's gonna get radio play. It's not like The Rock is trying to venture out into a new thing.
Right, that's the thing. Like, it was actually pretty... I think it, like, was #1 trending on YouTube, which is interesting.
I believe that, yeah.
Yeah, but, like, as far as, like, people throwing it on playlists, I don't think it's like that. This is clearly for the novelty of it. But the way, he does the thing at the end, it's like... It's kind of like bragging as if, like, what, are you about to start a rap career? Like, you sound like you're, like, so hyped up that you're like, yo, let's fucking do this. Because, like, you honestly probably could have done this, like, all along, really. Because, who would have gotten mad at you? Who would have been like, oh, excuse me, Rock, I don't think you can rap that well. Ooh.
I think it's weird how, like, in 2021, wrestling isn't the most culturally relevant. But if you look at it, when Bad Bunny had his fucking music video with Booker T for the song called Booker T, that was really, like, that was super over. And now this is pretty over.
It's like, embedded in the culture to some, like, to some deep extent, right? Where it's like, it's not going to be like, wrestlers having #1 songs, but, like, it's just there because it was so, like, embedded in the culture of our brains in the 90s and 80s,
I think people are just embarrassed and don't want to admit they like wrestling.
Aww.
Like, that's when it comes out, is when everyone else is talking about it? Cool, I can act excited. But all year, all the whole rest of the year, they gotta fucking be watching it in bed with the fucking covers pulled over their tiny TV so no one sees them watching SmackDown. Like, come on.
Aw.
It's fine!
Yeah, don't be ashamed. Don't be disgraced. Don't feel disgraced.
Especially with fucking AEW out right now, it's cool to be a wrestling fan again, folks. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it.
The New Day, I fucking love those guys.
The fucking New Day are awesome!
They're representing the new generation of wrestling. What are you talking about?
We've got a couple fan-submitted album reviews coming your way this week on the podcast, and we're gonna start things off with the unconventional Maximum the Hormone. Yeah. And we got a couple songs here where I'm not exactly sure of the pronunciation, so I'm not going to butcher it.
There's some that's in English, and there's some things that are phonetically spelled out, so we can be like, oh, okay, that's what that means.
And the reason we're going with this one first is because it's all in Japanese, right? And...
virtually, yeah.
Genius offers... what I could only equate to copy and paste into Google Translate, so right. It doesn't make sense because it's not how it actually is.
32% helpful.
Yeah, so that's not reliable. So most of my reviews here, or my notes rather, are basically just on how the track sounds, and I don't really have any insight or opinions on the lyrics, unfortunately.
2 of the tracks off of this album were used for the Death Note TV show, and that's kind of like the big claim to fame for this band concerning the super mainstream appeal in that way. 1
theme song and 1 ending credits theme. I mean, it's definitely a vibe. It's definitely a mood.
Oh yeah, 2007. Like just to say it out the gate, this is like so big, heavy System of a Down feel, which I gotta say I fucking love.
There are a couple tracks that sound very 1-for-1 System of a Down inspired for sure.
And I can't even hate it. Like, and like you said, well, not like you said because we hadn't said it yet, but in addition, like, to that sound, like, because they are, like, Japanese musicians having their own, like, inspiration, like, it definitely has a distinctive, like, Japanese, like, bend to it. So it's not complete, like, aping, like, no, they're, like, bending that metal style to their sound, which is really cool to hear, So it's that novelty to enjoy as well, right? Like,
with most of the songs here, my opinions are kind of one size fits all, unfortunately, but there are a couple of tracks that did stand out as being, in my opinion, weaker cuts. And in my opinion, that would be the first cut is one of the weaker ones.
I think I actually enjoyed this probably more than you. I hear more enthusiasm in my voice than yours. But even saying that, like, as much as I, because I love System of a Down, so like that should have clued y'all already if y'all know me. So like when I'm hearing this, I'm like, holy shit, yes, let's go. But I will say, yeah, like there were times when the main singer would do like a screechio sort of thing where it just didn't fit the music at some points. Like, there are other points where it definitely does, but especially at the beginning, it feels particularly jarring versus what the music sounds like and how he's singing, where it's like it's like a demon out of hell.
I think there are points where he does a higher pitched singing voice, and it's not so bad. What they do in this first cut,
there's a particular timbre. Yeah.
They put an effect on it. I don't know if it like doubles it or something, but it makes it that much more sonically unappealing.
Yeah, I totally get that.
And that is honestly my only complaint. Like, the songs where they don't do that, I liked a lot more. But there are some songs that unfortunately that fucking ruins it. And it's just like, please stop doing that. Because that's the only thing I don't like.
Like, there was one song legit where, like, the whole song was good. And then there was, like, one part where it switched up into him just doing the... And it was even faster. It was like... I was like, oh my god. Please stop doing that.
So it's that one and Policeman Benz are, in my opinion, the two weakest cuts.
Who wants songs about policemen today anyway?
It's just so repetitive, too.
Yeah, for sure. Policeman Benz, policeman. And it's like, what's happening?
I will say, though, that song does a thing that it comes up a few times on the album where, like, the last 15 seconds go fucking off the rails. And it's like, yo, what the fuck? This kicks ass. The whole rest of the song was like, yeah, but now you fucking got my attention, and now it's over. Like, god damn it, okay.
Like, yeah, there's a couple of songs on here where it'll, like, the main song will be over, and then there'll be a coda where it'll be like, da, 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 and, like, the drum will just go crazy for, like, an extra couple of seconds, and then it'll be, da, 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 and then you'll hear someone go, bam! Like,
the song where he burps. Yeah.
I can't remember.
I forgot about that one.
But that was so cool, because it just throws you off so much, where you're like, oh, what?
Bikini Sport Ponchin'
What a
is
name.
the song where I was like, this song kicks so much ass, and the instrumental is so awesome. Please stop doing that voice. Like, that was the song that fucking ruined it.
Yeah, I'm remembering now. It's one of those songs. It's one of the songs where, because they're speaking in Japanese, but like every now and then they'll throw in English in there. Like your brain has that moment where like, wait, was that English? Like, hold on. And then I had that moment where I looked at the title of the song while the chorus happened to be happening, Bikini Sports Punch, and I was like, oh, that's what they're saying. Like, what does that even mean?
I don't know.
But yeah, like for this, I mean, for sure, this album's all about like, yeah, it's not necessarily about the lyrics that we're going into. It's about the fucking musical intensity for some of these tracks. Oh my god, some of these tracks, like straight up and down, it is like a, yo, this is System of a Down goes to Japan, especially track number 2. Oh my god, the Masai no Ra, Sasai no Ra, like holy shit.
Yeah.
That shit, with the guitar riff. Oh my god. When it reached that part where it was like just kind of like chilling and like, but you could tell that like you could feel the intensity is building up, and then you heard that silence where it was like you hear the riff and like and then silence and then just I was like, oh shit. I felt like I just went fucking Super Saiyan, and I'm pretty sure he says at one point, my name is Killer. We gotta kill her. My name is Killer. I was like, oh shit.
That song was a step in the right direction for me because I don't think they did that vocal effect on that track, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, no, it wasn't there at all, yeah.
This is more my vibe. The songs that I think I scored higher are the more punk rock oriented songs.
No doubt.
And this was like catchy as fuck, pop punk. But what I like, again, the songs I tend to like more are the shorter ones. because with songs like this one, if it wouldn't, like, I thought it dragged on. Like, you got one really strong breakdown that kind of comes out of nowhere, but I was okay with it. But then you get another breakdown, and I was like, okay, if we're here for 2 breakdowns, I think we've been here long enough. Like, that for me is like the benchmark of like, okay, maybe it's time to reel it in, bring it home. So that one kind of dragged for me. I would have scored higher. But there are some songs that are just over like 2 minutes and change. I'm used to punk songs being shorter. You know, not every album is fucking American Idiot, where it's a fucking 6-minute punk song, you know?
But right.
So when they're in and out, I think you get the idea, and it's on to the next one. Some songs, I think, stood around for longer than they needed to. But not many, honestly. Like, I didn't rank this album poorly at all. There are definitely some high rankings on here. It's just that after a while, I guess I got a little burnt out.
And like, by nature of it being like, you know, coming at you and you just don't know what they're saying, where like...
That too.
Yeah, like, if you, like, you know, if you understood what the language was, like, sure, like, whatever genre you listen to probably has a couple of songs that sound maybe a little similar, but because you can glom onto these words as opposed to those words, and that song versus that song, like, you can feel the difference. But yeah, like, when it's just like, I just don't know what they're saying, like, it's stuff can kind of mush together. But yeah, it really is more dependent on, like, how much the music really does, like, switch up for you. And I will say, I really did enjoy a track like, Black Power G-Men Spy.
Oh yeah, I like that one a lot too.
With the fucking dope ass, that funky ass bass line, and the fucking snares are so fucking. Yeah, like, they're just smacking the shit out of it.
When you fucking hear that slap bass, that's fucking cheat code for me for sure.
Let's go.
So in the songs with that one, the 8th track, Buiikikaesu,
yeah.
That one was like, man, when you're giving me the fucking fast pace, you're giving me the bass, you're giving me like a quality Japanese punk track. Those are the ones I'm really fucking here for. And I was like, I thought I would have liked What's Up People more.
Oh, that was my favorite. What you talking about?
I think that's probably the one that sounds the most like System of a Down.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
I can get that.
It was a non-stop disco, but you didn't know.
I think that one came off more repetitive, and that's why I was like,
I could definitely get that. That's one of the, like, if you're in for the penny, you're in for the pound on that one.
Yeah. But fucking Choo Choo Lovely, Moony Moony, Mura Mura, Prin Prin, that one's fun as hell. I really like that one.
Choo Choo Lovely, money, whatever.
That one was dope. I like that one.
Catchy as shit. When I saw, and it was one of those things where I looked at it at first, I was like, yeah, choo choo. How am I supposed to remember how this goes? But then as soon as I heard the song, I was like, okay, now I can't forget. Oh my god! And I looked this one up, and just to be like, oh, what is this one about? And it was kind of like, this is kind of their sexually salacious one. They play around a little bit. Yeah, the title of the song is a list of onomatopoeias. Allow me to read them out. Chew is the sound of kissing. Lovely, just means lovely. Muni is the sounds of groping, usually a woman's chest. Mura is the sound of arousal. Purin is the sound of wobbling.
Oh!
Boran is the sound of plucking at a string. In this context, it's a bit more explicit.
Oh, okay.
And the nuru sound of making something wet or lubricant.
Whoa!
And rero is the sound of licking.
Wow, okay.
You put it together.
Interesting. Definitely didn't pick that up from that.
Yeah, and also did like that this is the song with more of the female singer on it. And she was like especially doing the hook. I love that. And the fucking, what was it, Shimmy?
Yeah.
Was that the word? Oh yeah, I was like, bang your fucking head. That's what I wrote down. But you wouldn't know whether to do it in double time or half time. Because it's like, it just so fits for both the way this fucking beat works out. It's like, holy shit.
That song is a fucking mood. Yeah, I like that one. And then I thought it ended strong too. like a fucking dance beat almost on that last cut. I was just like, okay, but that voice comes up too many times.
Yeah. Not gonna lie though, the melody of it kind of reminded me of the Scooby Dooby Doo. Where the fuck are you? I mean, I know that's not how the lyrics go, but you've heard the song, so you know what I'm talking about as soon as you hear that melody. The Dooby Dooby Doo, doo. And I just couldn't get that out of my head. But yeah, I think I've just added to it, making even more fun feeling.
Yeah.
Like later on, like I mean, you know, there's no bones about the fact that this is the party song. Like you hear lyrics where he literally says in English, "Exotic party, shake your body." And I was like, okay, yeah, fuck yeah, I'm shaking my body. We're at the end. What would you give this one?
I got a 3.5.
Oh, I got a 4.5, my friend.
Ooh, wow. Wow, okay.
I had a good ass time. But, yeah, like I said, but the only reason, yeah, I'd give that 5 away is because, like, it's like, it's just a bit too much.
That, unfortunately, was, like, make or break for me.
Yeah.
Like, especially that being the first thing I heard, that really soured my experience going in. I was like, oh, please don't be doing this the whole time. And luckily they don't.
Yeah.
There are wider range of vocal stylings on here, so it's luckily just that one I didn't like, but yeah, I just thought they did it too much. That was, by the way, requested by Ryan Holter. I completely forgot.
Oh, right.
I forgot to mention. Up next is Swim Team by Dirty Heads. And this one was requested by Face J. So this was really, really cringy.
Comes out the gate with it.
Look, I'm sorry, Face J. This is one of the worst things I've heard in fucking months. I hated this so much.
You were not here for the dippy white boys taking their vacation in Jamaica and, you know, maybe getting a little inspired by the music.
This album is as bad as people make it seem like 311 is.
Oh,
like,
you know what? I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that.
Like, I don't like 311 either, but I always think they get kind of a bad rap.
It's like, oh, come on now. they were having
Dirty
fun.
Heads, though, they deserve every single bit of the smoke. This is so fucking embarrassing. As soon as I heard them say, oh no, you think you know me, you don't know shit about me, homie, I was like, let me look at a picture of these motherfuckers, because I know they're white. I just need to see how fucking white. Yeah!
I just need to know to the degree.
And look, I know I'm white. I'm not making that shit up, but look, dude, this shit, WB, get the fuck out of here.
You know, but I'm gonna say this though. I had a bit of a fun time.
No, fuck no. I could not wait for this to be over. This was only a half hour, and it still felt like at least an hour and a half.
Yeah, purely on the like, what is this? Tropical house beats that they're making, right? Like, relative to the mainstream version of, you know, lifeless tropical house beats that you typically hear like on the radio or whatever the fuck, these beats are actually not that bad, you know? Like, I was able to enjoy it. Right? Like, yeah, and that gave them a lot of help. You know?
Oh, I'm sorry, by the way. I cut off that little bit off too early. I left off the I'm on a cliff hanging over, I'm so Sylvester Stallone. Oh. You thought that was so dope, you named the song Stallone.
Right.
What? That was the standout bar?
Oh, I had to throw in the over-the-top reference for the real heads out there.
Oh, God. And I've heard way better weed rap from, like, MC Chris. This shit...
Yeah, and that's the thing. Yeah, this is so, like, average, and that's why I can't, like, hate on it too much. It's because, like, it's serviceable. Like, it's fine. Like, no song from one song to the next is particularly like oh shit, this song. Like, if I would have just heard one song and then it's like, so it's just this 12 times, they'd be like, oh, okay, I got it. Like, you know?
I'm looking through here trying to see if I gave any song a particularly high rating, and coming up a little short, coming up empty-handed on that one, unfortunately.
Let me see. Let me look. Well, I thought Vacation was fun. again, specifically because of that hook, like, if you can get me to feel, what you're talking about, I can get it, right? The fucking, the hook where he's like, hey, I'm on vacation every single day because I love my occupation. Like, that's kind of a good sentiment, you know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm on vacation. If you don't like your life, then you should go ahead and change it. I love to a lesser extent, it is a, who is that guy who did the album Vanarchy?
Oh yeah,
the worm,
Earthworm,
Varel the Earthworm, or something like Farrell the Earthworm.
Farrell
Yeah,
the Earthworm, yeah.
like we're the spirit of what they're talking about. Where it's just like, hey, like live your life the way you want to, like do that. Like I love someone putting out there, putting that energy out there. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta appreciate that one.
I just like how, they're talking about the ocean and the beach so much, and it's appropriate because fucking songs like Vacation, for me, are just water. Like,
yeah,
it's so nothing. Like,
I can't believe
that Vacation got radio play. I'm like, how desperate were we?
I didn't even remember that song. That's the thing. I
remember it, hearing it on the radio a few times and just being like, we really got nothing better, huh? This is what we're getting for fucking radio hits now? God, wow.
Oh shit, what were we referencing right before? Oh yeah, I was about to say, I'm gonna throw a name at you. John Bellion. Did you get those vibes listening to this?
Yeah, a little bit.
Especially with the, ooh, here's a very clean vocal for the hook. That kind of sounds like a derivative of Adam Levine, but that's okay. And then the rapping that's definitely subpar, but it's the guy who's like, friends or is the singer, so he wants to rap too. Yeah, let him rap.
Jordan Miller on the second cut.
Right.
Who I also just didn't really care for, and also, I looked him up. I couldn't find this is the guy on this song, this is his picture, but every single person that came up, except for like a football player, were white, so I'm just going to assume Jordan Miller's white too. And y'all are pushing it with these accents. I'm just gonna go ahead and say
there was one song in particular, and it wasn't, I don't think it was the main guys, it was someone else who was doing it especially, where it was just like, dude, stop.
I forgot to mention, by the way, on Stallone, why were they repeating, you don't know nothing about me? These what is there to know about these guys, and why should I care exactly?
Like, these hooks are well sung, but there is nothing being said in them.
No.
Like,
I just gotta make a song addressing all the people who think they know shit about me. Who's saying that? Who is acting too familiar with the members of Dirty Heads that y'all need to be like, look, everybody, take a step back. You might think you know us, but we're gonna make a song where we don't really tell you anything about us anyway.
Oh, fucking JPEG Mafia over here. You think you know me?
That's like an edge. Oh no, bringing it back to wrestling references. Damn, Peggy.
What was that one song in particular where it was just like so, like some of these hooks are like not that bad if there was just more said. Like it's just so like this is the first part of the hook. And oh no, nothing. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know which one was that. West Coast?
Yeah, that one actually. I really liked the like beat and how like epic it sounded and impactful the beat was. Like, and it made it sound cooler. But it was so like that's all you got. It was just like, yeah. What does he say? Look, it's just like, you say we feel like the West Coast. I say we sound like the best though, and that was just it.
What?
There's nothing else but that as the hook. And it was like, okay. Oh, and then Lonely for Me, where it was just your heart is lonely for me. And then, what was the hook before that one? And I kind of liked it a little bit, other than the fact that, like I said, there wasn't that much like to build off it. It was just like, no, because you a goddamn lie. You must have lost your goddamn mind.
Oh, God.
Like,
okay.
These hooks sound like good ideas for which there should have been a rest of the song where it would be like, oh, it makes sense because he's talking about this topic. But with these songs, it's just like, I don't know how that was supposed to connect with what you're talking about. Like, yeah.
It's, I know we're skipping around, but when I saw the song Goddamn Liar, in my head I was like, this is a song about women, isn't it? And it's lady, lady, lady. I'm like, Yep. Fucking of course it is.
Oh god,
that song is so embarrassing.
Wait, lady, let me show you how it's supposed to be.
But hands down, in my opinion, the worst song has got to be Mad at It.
Was that the one that barely had a hook?
That was the one that had, like, the whole chorus had this really weird pitch shift that went, like, super high and then, like, super low halfway through, and it was like, it just kind of sounded, and then it just grew. It was like, why are you doing this? It sounds fucking awful. And it was also fucking hashtag rap, which in 2017 is so played out. Like, god damn, it felt dated.
So many of these songs just seem so generic in general. I'm just trying to remember which one was the one that was the most generic.
Honestly, for me, that was probably Vacation. Like, because, like, you're not saying anything. You're just saying, I love being wealthy, and if you don't like your job, get a better one. Just like, okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That easy.
Real easy. Yeah. Like.
Yeah, I wish somebody would have brought it up before.
I think that's what I really dislike about Vacation is the fucking it's so easy mentality for these fucking white kids in California. Like, hey, we're fucking making the lowest common denominator stoner pop rock and fucking made it big, cosplaying as Sublime. And
do like we do. Come on, it's easy.
Yeah, like
just do
get
it already.
The fuck. I actually have a good bit of lyrics written down for these songs, which is surprising. For Celebrate, I had to write down, because this one was just, I couldn't stand this. Mom, if you can hear me, I think I made it. 20,000 fans from the stage I'm standing on. I want you to know I appreciate it. One day I'ma come home, we can celebrate. Mama, I gotta go. The curtain's calling. All the way from Rome, I'm really sorry. What is any of this supposed to rhyme with?
Oh, look, you're supposed to be enjoying the fucking Lucas Graham once I was 7 years old, but now I'm really rich and famous and everything's okay. You know.
The features they got in here, absolutely. Fucking Lucas Graham. You actually got the lead singer from 311? That was surprising. That
wait,
one.
What song was that?
That's So Glad You Made It.
Oh! So when he straight up just says dirty heads and they're down with the 311, I thought he was like shouting them out.
They're down with the 311. Motherfucker seriously goes la-di-da-di-dee.
Stop it.
No! When he fucking la-di-da-di-deed, I fucking X-deed. I was like, are you fucking serious with this?
Oh, that one was like I enjoyed the instrumental, like the breezy poppy instrumental was fun, like especially on that track where it was just like, okay, we're just making pop music, let's just do it already, you know, let's not even try to pretend that we're rappers, like let's just make the pop music already.
Yeah, you might as well not. Yeah, let's cut the bullshit. Yeah, how about Diamonds and Pearls with the auto-tuned chorus?
Yeah, and that chiming, tinkly beat where it's just like. It just feels like they have one good idea, and it's just like, and that's all you had for that one. You know? Because it just feels like that's a song that especially felt like it just went on slightly longer than it should have, even though it wasn't even that long of a song. Like,
yeah.
What else? Goddamn Liar. This in particular, where it was just like, I wasn't sure to give props to this or not. I was like, I wasn't sure if this was just like abstract lyricism or if this was just... They tried to do something complex and it was just weird. It's like Colt 45, you can drink from my revolver. This ain't holy water, this is dirty as a dollar. If I see the man, I might just let the musket holler. Broken man, woman scorned, crying at the altar. It's like, wait.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kill the shit out of your mom and dad are gonna be crying at the altar. Ooh, this ain't holy water, you're gonna drink from my revolver. It's just like a weirdly overwritten thing to say.
Yeah, they're going in some really weird directions. Get Somewhere has one of the worst verses on the whole thing. Yeah, okay. I think I need a change of pace. Okay. I think I need a change of place. Cause this shit is getting silly. This shit is gonna kill me. Wanna run just like Achilles. Need a new city. Need some new titties. You and you, come zip me. Build a new temple. Come with me. Evidently, it's simple. Get a little hippie chick. Have some little hippie kids. Find them snorting pixie sticks. Oh,
What?
this shit is so. Look.
And he's like, if that's the life you want to live, go outside and make it then. Like, what? Who wants kids snorting pixie sticks? What the fuck are you... Why did you say that specifically?
You ever listen to, like, modern, like, pop country, and it's just some of the, like, corniest shit? This reminded me of that a lot. Especially that line. Find them snorting pixie sticks. Like, oh, these kids. You can't live with them. Ah.
Bunch of rascals.
But I have another bit written down for Lonely for me. I have two parts. Because this one was particularly corny. I quit chilling with the hombres to lay in bed, make you sing like Beyonce. Them other brothers must be doing it the wrong way, because you said you love it when I put it in the long way.
Oh.
I be king of all your fetishes, no doubt. Late night text messages. Heart grows fonder, legs grow restless. Restless. If love is a sickness, then I am the specialist. But that's not even the biggest stretch. That's the next part. In the mothership, putting in the long days, lava flows, then we ghost down to Pompeii. we can blow down the coast. That's the Ganje!
Oh, the Ganje!
The Ganje! But then he goes, no clothes, sweat glows, dirty laundry, hot wax when the candle's lit, safe words, legs burnt, can you handle it? Trash the room, phone rings, never answer it. If love's like a war, then I'm not the pacifist?
That was such a bad, like...
And that's how you end the verse, too.
Yeah,
on that overwritten shit.
Yeah, that's just it. Like, the lines before aren't even that bad, but then when
that
you
one is
blow
the
with that...
Whoa!
Like, you thought, like, just like after those lyrics that aren't that deep, then you try to do this fucking, you're trying to double up with this fucking deep ass metaphor. Like, you know, it's like, what? No, this doesn't deserve to end on this.
I got one more, unfortunately. West Coast. Cause we the best at this shit, we make a mess of this shit. We write the rest of all the West with the recklessness. If you's a bitch, you might get snatched up like some necklaces.
This is where the rest of us live.
I just hate fucking...
He's trying to put some multis in there, you know? Ooh, he's trying.
If the Jamaican accents weren't enough, these other brothers they gotta jack your neck. Stop with these bars. These are so cringy and embarrassing. I couldn't get past that shit. Like,
I totally get that.
Even if the instrumentals were okay, which in some instances they were easily the best part of the song,
for sure,
they weren't good enough to save them.
Yeah. What was I say? The one. So glad I made it. I think I remember that being a standout of the others that I enjoyed. Because
it did get a higher rating than the other ones for me, but not by much.
Yeah, like it at least has like a good chorus, has, you know, actionable sort of like shit that you can think about. Where he's like, you know, cooler than the winter breeze, rising like the morning sun. I'm so glad you made it. I rolled you one. Like just that idea of like, hey, well, welcome to us hanging out. Like, yo, I actually thought of you before you came. Like, and I rolled up a split for you. Like, that's pretty damn decent of you. Like, I can appreciate that.
Just putting yourself in the like, hey.
Yeah, because like
that's really thoughtful.
Because that's the way the chorus like kind of goes. Like he goes like, "I'm so glad you made it. I rolled you up one." This is like, "Oh, thank you."
Thank you, Dirty J or WB, whatever the fuck.
WB.
It just reminds me of, remember on Married with Children when Bud was a rapper?
Oh my lord! I actually brought it up as a. I don't know if anyone caught it though, because I didn't see anyone comment on it. But in my episode about like you know, uncomfortably white rapper trope that I did on Spose, I included a clip of Lil D
Oh, fucking Rap Master B.
Oh yeah, that was his name on the show, right? Yeah, Rap Master B was what they wrote for him on the show. And I remember him. There was something about him like, oh, I don't like how they, made a joke on me that I'm rapping because I actually am rapping as Lil D, and it's dope. So you should check it out.
Yeah, because he actually released a single.
Yeah, and with a music video, and when you watch it, it is so trying to be down with the brothers. Got my hood on, going into a subway. Got my glasses on. Ooh, I'm part of New York. This is dope.
Yeah.
It's like, stop it.
The video's an uncomfortable, unfortunate watch.
Yeah, how does what's the name of the hook? How the song go? It's like, y'all know, but you act like you don't know, something like that. It's one of those hooks where it's so first draft. Like,
yeah.
Oh yeah, I told ya.
Oh god, yeah.
I told ya.
Yeah.
It's your first single. You literally did not tell us before.
No!
There's no...
And what year did this come out?
I'm pretty sure this is like 91 or something.
Okay.
Because Married with Children
that's fine.
Was about like 87, 88, and so it was probably like, he just hit puberty, he was getting big for his britches, right? Like,
It's funny that he actually did pursue this, because that was one of my favorite bits on the show.
Right, like, oh, what a joke!
When he would come down, he'd be like, hey, I don't want you calling me Bud anymore. I want you to refer to me as Rap Master B. And they're like, yeah, whatever, bedwetter B.
Yeah, it's like, bitch, you just had a mullet like not even 10 minutes ago. Like, get out of here.
The way they consistently changed it to something else to fucking shit on him was one of the best fucking bits. And then he's like, hey, remember that really funny bit? Well, I'm doing it for real now, with no sense of irony. Oh, no. Oh, by the way, what did you give Swim Team by Dirty Heads?
I gave it an absolutely appropriate, middle-of-the-road 3 out of 5.
Ooh, I gave it a 1.5. I actually gave it a 1.3.
You're like, Rapcritic, you too kind.
Yeah.
Look, mostly off of the beats. Let's not get it twisted.
Yeah, just no. And it's like with these two out, like you couldn't get two polar opposites than Dirty Heads and Maximum the Hormone. And when people are like, hey, why didn't you review any hip-hop on the show this week? I don't want to hear y'all complaining, because these were technically both hip-hop albums, whether or not they registered hip-hop albums to you or not.
Hey, not everything has to fit, your expectations of what hip-hop is, man. Not everything has to be inside your box, man.
Right, exactly. They could have some fucking bearded white dudes from California, or a bunch of Japanese funk metal heads. It doesn't matter.
Hell yeah. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Hip hop is for everyone, right?
How's that for a callback?
It's a melting pot.
Hell yeah.
But with that said, if there are albums that you would like to hear us talk about, you can head on over to our Ko-fi. That is ko-fi.com/goinoff. That's GOINOFF. To request either an album you just want to hear our opinions on that you like or dislike, or an album that you made yourself and want to hear our opinions on. You can request
if you dare.
If you dare. You can also follow us on our socials. We got Twitter, Patreon, Ko-fi, our individual YouTube channels to subscribe to.
That's right.
And the podcast is available on Spotify as well, or YouTube as well, depending on where you're listening to this.
Yeah, I listen to a lot of podcasts on YouTube, oddly enough.
I used to, and then I was like, until I realized how many were on Spotify.
It's like, oh, they're just on Spotify.
Why am I using this app that I don't even really like to listen to podcasts when this is specifically for audio, and I'm just going to listen to that? But speaking of which, if you are listening to us on Spotify, make sure to give us a follow.
Oh, yes.
And if you're listening to us on, Apple Music or iTunes, whatever, give us a rating, if that's still a thing.
Yeah, give us the 5-star rating, s'il vous plaît, and give us a good review, you know what I'm saying? Let the people know, because that's what actually gets us up in the rankings of... Yeah. And we didn't fucking know about that before, right? This fucking internet is bullshit, man. Like, rules change, and they just don't tell you, and it's just like, well, you better have known to do this, or else, whatever. So... So now that we definitively know that's the way to do things, if you would.
Now that we've done the podcast for 7 years.
Right.
Now we finally cracked the code. And you're over holding it down on Twitch with your Twitch streams, the music and the billboards.
And the talking about the music and twitching. I'm twitching.
Twitchulating.
It's time for the Twitchulator. Yeah. I did Twitch streams over there. I'm cutting back on it right now because I'm trying to focus on some music that I'm trying to work on. So, there's that. Keep your ear out. It's the Twitches. Follow me on, Instagram, social media, YouTube channel. You know what's going on with that. The Patreon, definitely follow me on there. That's what you get to see the episodes early, and you get to vote on episodes and join the Discord. You know what I'm saying? So definitely get with it. Act like you want it when it comes to the Rap Critic Patreon. Because I'm giving y'all stuff to get that incentive. You know what I mean? Like help you, help me, help. Oh, I got lost in the sentence. You know what I'm trying to say.
But with all that said, folks, that about wraps up this week's episode. Thank you so much for spending your time with us. And until next time, for Going Off, I'm Muse.
And I'm the Rap Critic. And strange music, bitch.